Today, I took my truck and trailer in to have it rewired the other day. I tore some lights off. I drug through a ditch. Of course, that trailer, my pintle hitch, a low pro, and I drug a little too close, ripped some wiring out. So I think I stated in yesterday's video, I'm having it rewired, and there were some markers that were burnt out on it anyway, so I want it all to be working like it should. And plus, you don't want me wiring anything. The truck and trailer would probably catch on fire if I was to wire it. So I'll do, and tomorrow we'll move equipment. But today I'm just going to play around here at the house. I got some stuff I'm going to move up here because I think we're going to do something with this other little piece of field up here. So I want to start getting it cleaned up a little bit. Of course, hopefully we can kind of do a little more work getting the engine finished up. The engine's in, just get all the lines, everything hooked up, oil put in the engine, all the armor and shields back on. That way that machine's ready to go. But I'm gonna hook up the grapple here to the skid steer. We're gonna go up here and move some stuff around. Just kind of, and it's windy today. I think today and tomorrow both we're supposed to have some 40-mile-an-hour gusts. And ever since I got up a little after 5 o'clock this morning, and even when I got up, the wind was blowing like crazy then, and it's still blowing. It's supposed to blow the next 2 days. Me and Brandon were wanting to do some dirt work this weekend, but they're calling for a chance of rain tomorrow, so we can't get that pad built. We don't want a chance it with rain coming in, so we've delayed it. So I'll go ahead and move equipment tomorrow, get everything in line for next week. And yeah, I guess that's just it, which I don't know if you can hear the wind through the phone blowing. Right now it's blowing pretty good, kind of out of the southeast it seems. We'll hook this grapple up. We're going to go move some stuff around. I'm a big fan of utilizing things, and a lot of you guys that follow the channel, you'll know that me and Brandon, we planted this field over here. We've got it planted in what they call cereal rye right now. It looks like wheat, but it's for us it was more or less a cover crop. We've spent a few years kind of getting that to where we can do something with it, that big pasture area there. And of course, like I said, we've got it in a cereal rye for a cover crop. We did a lot of work just to get the crop in the ground. We've already top dressed. A lot of that grass out there is already over 15 inches tall. At peak, that cereal rye will get as tall as 6 feet, but we're hoping we can get at least an average of about a 4 feet crop when we go to bale it. Well, this is another little piece of ground right here, just a little piece. And this used to be a log yard. I mean, we used to keep all of our logs here in this area. We don't so much anymore. We keep them down at Dad's house. But I would like to do something with this little piece of ground just up to that tree line right there. There's a bunch of junk. Of course, my dad's youngest son lives over there, and that's just a mess of its own over there. So I'd like for me and Brandon to be able to do something with this piece of ground here. And there were a bunch of cedar slabs right there where there was a portable band mill set up. Well, I've taken those slabs and we've pushed them in a pile over here with some other end pieces and trimmings from logs. And we'll light that sucker up. We'll let it burn right there. Of course, I got a pond. We've got a pond right there. But I've been going through here, and this grapple's real versatile. I've been breaking off tree branches, these hickories and oaks. I've just been going up to them and snapping the branches off with the grapple there. Of course, that'll allow the tractor to get in there a little easier without hitting on stuff. Just kind of makes it look a little cleaner. Well, right over here we got drainage in this area right here, and it drains into the pond, so we won't do a whole lot with it. We'll leave that be. But I would like to be able to maybe plant this in grass as well when it comes time to plant. Now, although this area isn't real big here, we're already doing something with that over there, so why not utilize this as well? Even if we plant it in something, because we're going to eventually put all this in Bermuda, that over there anyway, and we could probably do the same thing here. And if it makes, on a good year, if it makes a couple hundred more bales, this total, which the way we do it in Bermuda, we'll top dress with fertilizer after every time we cut it. So as long as we can get a little rain or even a good dew at night, we should have a decent crop of Bermuda. But you never know what the weather and the rain situation is going to be like in Missouri. And I might even push some of that brush back a little bit. I'm going to be careful because I've got a grave right up here of one of my coon dogs. I buried him. It's been right at 10 years ago now. I buried Bud. And I've got my bloodhounds. I've got a graveyard for my old bloodhounds back there behind the house, and of course it's too late to dig old Bud's. I wouldn't disturb Bud's grave, but I don't want to get too close to it with anything. I still like to, on occasion, I'll visit Bud's grave and even my bloodhound's grave back there, my old bloodhounds, Breezy and Hank, and even the girls I got now. When it comes their time, they'll be buried back there with the others too. I'm closer to my dogs than I am 90% of my family. I'll put it that way. I just, my dogs are my life. I love my dogs. They're like my kids. But so we're going to try to push this back a little bit anyway. Try to make this a little more open where we can do something with it. Because, like I said, I'm all about if you got a piece of ground or anything, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a piece of ground. Just whatever you got, you need to utilize it to make it work for you, not just let it sit there. So, especially having the skid steer, when you've got the tools to do something with it, I'm all about trying to get in there and make the most of it. So, this is a pretty good kind of a blustery day project to get in here and do this. I'm going to go through here with the grapple. I'll actually put it down and I'll sweep this, because I know there are some trimmings and end pieces of logs out here in this tall grass, and we'll sweep it that way we won't hit it with the brush hog. So we'll get in here and do that, and when we get done with that, we'll see where we're at then. Here's kind of a finished product. I broke some branches off here with the grapple. Seeing that tree there too. Trash cans. And we've got this side cleaned up here pretty good. Like I said, it's not a big area, but I'm all about utilizing things if we can. And it's a big enough area where I think me and Brandon can utilize it somehow, some way to put some more grass or something out here. Like I said, I'm sure we can find something to do with this area. I mean, this type of stuff we plant, I mean, it ought to yield pretty good, just even that little space. I probably won't do any more pushing to that brush back there. But it's, as you can see, I mean, it's a decent little area here, decent little strip. So, and it all cleaned up really good, got all that stuff piled up, the piles right over there. You can see kind of in the corner of the screen there. And we took it right up to here. This is as far as I wanted to go with it, but that'll be a good area right there to kind of utilize something with. Like I said, my grass, it's really greening up good there. What me and Brandon got planted, that's like I said, that's cereal rye. That's cereal rye grass there, so it's really come up good. Like I said, there's a place where that stuff's already 15 inches tall, but we've already top dressed it once, so it's fertilized, and we've still yet. We need to put about 250 pound an acre of lime on with a soil analysis we got back. So I was hoping we'd get a little bit more done on the skidder today, but the old mechanic, he hasn't shown back up to make any more progress on that. But that's about how my luck goes. I'm actually in one of Dad's trucks here. Since they're wiring up my truck, this is Dad's little half-ton Dodge that he never drives, and I'm not a Dodge fan, but man, that's a nice truck. I'll tell you for sure that's a nice truck. I got in it, didn't even know how to drive it. There ain't no, it's got a push-button shifter to shift into gears. I couldn't believe it. I was trying to find a lever or something to pull down and couldn't find it, and that's why I don't drive Dodges. I ain't smart enough to drive them, I don't guess. So we got everything ready to deploy. Like I said, we'll start moving iron tomorrow. We'll probably won't take the skid steer down till Monday when we go, but we are going to take not this D model, but the D model over here. We'll take the D model skidder down to this new job. And that's where we'll work, and I've got a pretty good size track of timber to look at Sunday in the Halltown, Missouri area, which I love getting to cut timber and look at timber in that area. It always usually produces good quality timber, especially in the walnut. It's just got a good color, and there's generally not near as much worm or peck in that area down there. It's usually thin sap, dark wood, and that's what we like to see. But we'll take the D here. We had to fix a leak or two on it. We got it all patched up and ready to go. So it's ready to get back in the woods, which I'm excited about that. I like working on that D. And I'm excited to get this one put back together. I was really hoping he'd be back and we'd have everything in working order today, but so goes it. So goes it. That's today's video, guys. Not much going on. Just waiting. I'm actually taking Dad's truck back down here to his house. I hate to be seen driving this old Dodge around, you know, ruin my reputation. But this weekend, we'll get to moving some equipment, so we'll have some videos posted of that. I doubt we do any cutting until Monday. Like I said, high winds again tomorrow, possible chance of rain, so we're not doing any dirt work tomorrow. So, equipment moving. That's what we got on the agenda. Then Monday, we're gonna cut some big oak timber and some cherry timber. And to be quite honest, I don't know that I've ever cut a cherry tree. I've cut some small ones, you know, but nothing worth harvesting. Most of the time, we don't cut cherry timber because it's not real good here in Southwest Missouri. But we're gonna give it a go this weekend, or next week. So be sure to check out the videos next week. Pulling into Dad's driveway here. Guys, thanks so much. Turner Logging LLC, Instagram, Facebook, Timber Tracker, Instagram, Facebook, Logger Threads, Instagram and Facebook. Guys, see you later.